Hey everyone, it's Jason from EskimoTV.net. Disney has given Niki Caro a budget of $200 million, the most money ever given to any female director, to adapt their beloved 1998 animated classic and give it the live-action touch. The film follows the same story but strips all of the over-the-top comedy and catchy musical numbers in order to create a film with a realistic, serious tone. This adaptation is concerned with telling a compelling story focused on its positive themes of family, bravery, loyalty, and truth. I recommend lowering your expectations if you wanted this live action to have the same dynamic magnitude that its quintessential predecessor had. Go in with the level-headed mindset that this flick sets out to be uniquely different and, aside from the cartoon, is an effective, beautiful-looking drama with admirable heart. The pacing isn't quite near as sharp as the original, but if you lower your expectations, I believe you will find enjoyment watching Mulan. The Imperial City in China is under attack, and one man from each family is called to train and fight against this vile threat. Unfortunately, the Hua family only has two daughters, and their father Hua Zhou, played by Tai Ma, has a weak leg. Liu Yifei portrays Mulan, who, unbeknownst to her parents, decides to disguise herself as a man, take her father's sword and armor, and enlist in the army in his place. Here, Mulan meets the handsome Shen Han Gui, played by Yosen An, and many other warriors who were under the training of Commander Tang, played by Donnie Yen, where Mulan must keep up with the facade that she is in fact a male warrior. After Disney searched through thousands of actresses, Yifei was chosen and truly embodies the spirit of Mulan flawlessly. She is believable as both a strong woman and a disguised male soldier. The characteristics that she has and the decisions that the script has her take is what makes her character exceptionally admirable. She is selflessly putting herself in peril in order to save her father's life, and she has this relatable internal conflict of being honest about who she is. For those saddened by the cut of the songs, the score by Harry Gregson Williams does pay tribute to those songs by having instrumental snippets of them woven through its epic orchestral score. Specifically, reflection is a theme often repeated throughout the film. As fine as this film is, like I said at the beginning of this review, it is not better than the cartoon version. The best aspect of this live action is the darker tone that we get. This movie lacks the unwavering, compelling beats that the original's pacing had, because the songs and comedy were simply so spectacular in that film that they entertainingly moved the plot along so effortlessly. Anyone producing this film was going to have the monstrous challenge at finding appealing material that would compensate for the parts cut, that would add to the realistic tone and be as alluring as what was in that 1998 film. Producers do not knock it out of the park, but I'm not sure if they could have. Without those extraordinary elements, the pacing is not intolerable, but it is significantly weaker, a little slower. In fact, I do think young kids will become bored because it does not have that ADD fast pacing that likely held their attention in that original film. Older kids, teens, and families should be able to enjoy the film for what it is. What works in this movie is Mulan's character, the fear of her getting caught, and her adapting to life in the army, being completely surrounded by men. Life in the Army is one aspect of comedy that is not as overblown as the 1998 version, but was slightly comical to see this woman absolutely aghast at seeing how men interact so comfortably and bare in a bunker. The biggest flaw of Mulan is one of our villains, Bora Khan, played by Jason Scott Lee, who actually represents Shan Yu from the cartoon, and a new character named Xian Lang, portrayed by Gong Li, are the devious duo leading the overthrow of the Imperial Army. Look, Bora Khan's purpose for having this evil malevolence towards the Emperor is because this Emperor played a part in his father's death, and that makes him a decent, understandable antagonist. Unfortunately, a great deal of time is spent on this other character, Xian, She is unquestionably the weakest part of the film. Xion has magical shape-shifting abilities. She's a witch. And she sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon talking like a Power Ranger villain. It sticks out like an eyesore, and why the filmmakers wrote a character that sounds like Rita Repulsa when they have already committed to a story that is supposed to be serious, mere reality, is beyond me. The actress isn't bad, it's the line she's given to work with. There's a decision she makes in the fourth act that is supposed to have a huge impact on the story, and because her character felt entirely fake and distracting in comparison to everyone else, I didn't really feel anything, and I think her character either needed to be rewritten or cut entirely. She feels like the character Disney had to add to make the story magical, and she feels like one of the convoluted winged creatures from Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Cut her character, flesh Boracon out. I wish Disney could have gone all in and committed to this serious tone. Open with a flashback of Boracon as a kid with his father, show us how close they are, and then have this father be taken away from him so we can understand the gravity of his hurt. Something like that would have intensified how great Boracon's motive is and would make up for this contrived mess that Xion is. Additionally, this is a family-friendly Disney movie, so the action is unsurprisingly bland, although technically well shot. You can see everything that is happening, but there's nothing impressively stellar either. Despite bland action and a contrived villain, Mulan still has an intriguing story to tell. I do recommend it, especially if you want to see this classic tale from a different lens. I would not pay $30 for it on Disney Plus if you are watching the film by yourself, but it may be worth $30 if you're splitting with other friends or family. Otherwise, wait. I'm gonna give Mulan a B. I am hearing reports of Mulan being available for free on Disney Plus as early as December this year. Not completely sure if this source was credible, but perhaps that possibility may affect your decision on purchasing this title. Let me know what you think about Mulan in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this review, you can find more at EskimoTV.net. Be sure to like, share this video with your friends, subscribe, hit the bell button so you'll get notified on the latest icy and chilly Eskimo TV reviews.